Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another speculation. As you guys know, E3 is literally around the corner, and before I go on, in my last video I may have said some wild things about companies leaving E3. I do apologize for that. I was really tired and I've had a bunch of articles in my kind of consciousness just melting around, so I may have mixed up a bunch of things, but yeah, I do apologize for that. But today's video, what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the future of Naruto games. I know a lot of people in the anime community have made many speculation videos as to what type of Naruto game they want to see in the future. Some people want a Naruto game in the same style as Dragon Ball FighterZ, made by Arc System Works. Other people want the return of a 3D brawler fighting game, so similar in the lines of Naruto, Storm games, similar type of thing. And a lot of people just want something brand new, something refreshing. But we saw what happened with Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. It was something new. It had potential, but it was just executed really badly. So maybe in a sequel they may kind of flesh it out and polish the areas that made it seem so damn empty and clustery, in my opinion. Like for me, I didn't purchase Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. I've constantly been making videos about it in the past, just giving you guys my thoughts and opinion as to why I felt that the game just wasn't what it is, and supporting it just meant that it's given the it's given the developers and it's given Bandai Namco the wrong idea that this is the type of game that we want. Because at the end of the day, they'll hear our feedback, they'll hear our complaints, but the money speaks more louder than whatever we could possibly say. So the next Naruto game can be a number of things, to be honest, really. Arc System Works could pick up the IP for Naruto and then create their own Naruto fighting game. But I feel like what I've noticed when it comes to the anime community is that even though Dragon Ball FighterZ was highly regarded as one of the most well polished and just picture perfect anime game that really brings out the anime to life, a lot of anime fans don't want that. I think, from what I've observed. I could be wrong, let me know in the comment section below, but I could be wrong. But I feel like a lot of anime fans just want a really kind of casual type anime game, similar to that of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 and 2, where it's a fighting game, but it's not heavily focused on frame data, footsie, yeah, things like traditional fighting, like like Street Fighters, Mortal Kombat. It's not in that area, but it's somewhere in the area of Xenoverse 2, Storm 5, what's the other one? One Piece, Burning Blood, but not really One Piece, Blood and Blood. But in those areas, it's a brawler game. They don't want it to be an actual fighting game because they want to have fun. Xenoverse 2 is one of the perfect examples. The game people still play to this day, which just speaks volume to how well polished and how well grounded the game is. I mean, we've had issues with net coding and obviously a bunch of things like people cheating in the game. These are issues that have plagued the game since day one. Bandai Namco have made promises to fix it. They haven't made any fixes at all, personally. But the game is still very much appreciated by the Dragon Ball community. People still play it. People still enjoy the aspect of creating their own, saying the making and things of that nature. So a Naruto game in that area would be pretty dope. But then again, we had Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers, which was trying to emulate the Xenoverse success, but it fell short in certain areas, as you guys have noticed. I mean, the game approach to adding characters, the way the game plays, its emptiness. I mean, they had the rotating system where you can try out different modes at different times, but the game was empty. The game was it was bare boned. It was really bare boned, and for a $60 price tag, it just wasn't worth it. So this begs the question: where is Naruto going in the future? There's a lot of possibilities. Like I said before, they could go this Arc System Works route. Arc System Works could pick them up. They could probably remake a couple of Naruto games that people have been wanting for a long ass time, like the Clash of Ninja Revolution series, and these are games that were available on the Nintendo Wii. They could bring that back for the Nintendo Switch. I feel like that would be pretty damn awesome, similar to how what was it? Oh Jesus Christ, what's the name? fuck, you know the Marvel game that was coming out on the Switch? Yeah, something like that. A surprise that no one was expecting, but they'll do it anyways because they know it's gonna make them a lot of money. I would like to see a remake of Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution because I feel like that game had a great balance between adding a level of complexity so it doesn't seem too damn easy, but still keeping it relatively fun and interesting. So in that regard, so it's like a mixture between Storm series formula of just crazy ass combos, but in the regards that there's a lot more jutsu, so a character can do more than one jutsu, unlike Storm, Storm games. But at the same time, it still has a level of combos into it that a lot of people who want to get into it can practice and learn. Then or they could possibly go in a different route. And I know a lot of people are constantly thinking that the next Naruto game has to be a fighting game, but it could be a number of anything. Like it could be a more single player experience, similar to what's happening with Dragon Ball and Project Z, which is a single player experience in which you get to play as Goku and go through the famous sagas. So obviously Goku vs Piccolo, Goku vs Raditz, Goku vs Vegeta. It just goes on like that. They could go that route, like take the opportunity and create a very expansive Naruto single player experience in which Naruto starts out from his young gaining days and climbs all the way up to becoming Hokage, and even having side missions that you can undertake as the Hokage when you get to the end game. They could possibly do that. I don't see why not. I know a lot of people might be expecting the next game to focus heavily in the Boruto franchise, and obviously we've seen developers, publishers really try to push Boruto's name out there for a marketability in terms of its games, in terms of its merchandise and things of that nature. But Boruto's name is just not that strong. Like literally, if you see Boruto the next game, only hardcore Naruto fans will probably pick it up. The casual ones who aren't even watching Boruto, they're gonna look at it and they're gonna be like, I'll wait for a sale to drop. Boruto's name is just not that popular, and even the anime has fallen relatively short. I know Boruto's timeline is based on the piece that the 7th Hokage has achieved, so there aren't going to be a lot of things happening, but even still, the anime feels like a slice and life, casual ass anime experience. It doesn't convey this shonen vibe that we've gotten used to when it comes to the Naruto side of things. Boruto's anime isn't going to get interesting until Kawaki finally goes wild and fucks up the Hidden Leaf village and kills off Naruto. But so every time a Boruto game comes out, it will be attached to Naruto's name. So that's just that. So in any case, I don't know what the next Naruto game is going to be like. What I would like to see naturally is a fighting game, because I prefer just to play fighting games, especially if it's anime based, because I think that's a lot more fun. Single player experience, I'm pretty cool with that as well, as long as it's not just one of those single player experiences that we've been getting in anime games for the past few years now, where it's really cheap. I don't want to use the word cheap, but you know how it is. They show us this amazing trailers of CGI cutscenes in the game, but the majority, 80% to maybe 90% of the game, is literally of you watching your character talk, but there's no voice acting, but then instead you're just reading the text. That's just what's mostly happening with anime games in general. So I've been thinking that if they're gonna do a Naruto single player experience, I want it all to be voice acted. It may be expensive, it may increase their budget, but I think it'll add more of an experience behind it. And that's it. I think that's the only two route Naruto games have to go to. They could go the single player experience. I feel like that's more likely if fucking hell, I keep mixing things up. If Dragon Ball Project Z does well. But I think they might play it safe, because after Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers and how that performed, I don't know how it performed for them in terms of their revenue target or profit target or whatever the case may be. But for me, that game tanked. I mean, people who bought it after a month, not even a month, I would say maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks maybe. Okay, I'll give it a month. After a month, people dropped it. It wasn't worth playing. No one's making videos of it. No one's talking about it. And the only people who are still making videos on that game are people whose channel probably started off because of that game, so they can't really drop it. Otherwise, that channel will fall off. So the next Naruto game, I don't know what's going to be. For me, I'm still advocating for a Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution remake. I know some people want the Rise of the Ninja or the Broken Bonds to be remade as well. I've never played them actually, so if they remade those games, that would be pretty dope too. A great opportunity for me to play those games again. But I don't know. So it really depends, because you know the Naruto community is a very diverse group of people, so a lot of us have different expectations, different things that we want in a Naruto game. And obviously, if I mention something in the lines of I want, you know, Clash of Ninja Revolution with Storm 4 graphics, and you know, just that's all I want. I want Clash of Ninja Revolution with fucking Storm 4 graphics, and we're good. I'm happy. But we're not gonna get that, it's too complex. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of what the next Naruto game would be. We've constantly had anime games be fighting games, and I think Naruto, fucking hell, Dragon Ball Project Z might break the mold and now let anime games. Well, I know One Piece has been doing that for a while, but it's One Piece. When has the games ever been epic for the most part? Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.